Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. Year 5 of the Franchise Stars Baseball League comes to you live from Shea Stadium in Flushing, New York, with the first place New York Mets off to a good start here in Year 5. Atop the NL East, 10-5, they welcome the Montreal Expos. The Expos also off to a fine start at 9-5 after a couple of very disappointing seasons for Montreal. On the mound for the Mets, Tom Seaver, a perfect 3-0 through his first three starts of the year, a 2.66 ERA, striking out more than a batter an inning. That whip under one. Seaver has been terrific. He will face Alfonso Soriano to get things started. Soriano, 281. 4 homers on the young season here in Year 5. First pitch from Seaver, Soriano fouls it off. And we're underway from Shea.
First pitch, 111.
To flip here in the NL East. Again, we're only a couple weeks into the season. A good start for both of these squads. Seaver ahead of Soriano here 0-2. Soriano tries to hold up, fastball away, they say he does. 1-2 the count. I appreciate you tuning in here for a little lunchtime baseball on a Monday afternoon. Seaver delivers, gets some fishing at a slider, down and away. Down goes Soriano, and Seaver strikes out the first batter to face him.
Batting second, the right fielder, Rusty Staub.
Seaver went fastball, started building it away, and then dropped the slider on him. Soriano flails the whiff to start things off. Here's Rusty Staub. LeGrand Orange batting .250 early on here in this one. Playing right field for the Expos here in this one. 3 homers, 6 RBIs. That right field Gold Glove, she was not really the Gold Glove winner. Staub primarily DH'd a year ago. Fastball fouled off. 1-1 the count here as Seaver works the Staub. Fouls that one straight back, and the count goes to 1-2. Tim, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Hope you are doing well, sir. I assume you are working. So appreciate you tuning in. Fastball, Staub fouls it off. 1-2 the count. Sinker from Seaver down and away. Staub fights it off. That one pulled down to first. Ed Morgan getting the start at first for the Mets in this one. Pete Alonso DHing. Your Expos lineup: Soriano, Staub, and Oscar Charleston. J.D. Martinez, Ryan Zimmerman, and Adam LaRoche. Jose Vidro, Wilson Ramos, and Jack Wilson. Round things off for the Expos. Here is that highly touted rookie, Oscar Charleston. Charleston, the center fielder for the Expos. Fastball is in for a call strike. Charleston's off to a rough start. He does have 3 homers here over the first couple weeks. We're only batting .163. Do not expect that to be a final line on the season for the talented Oscar Charleston. Slider, they say he holds up. It's 1-1. 3 10-hour shifts. Oh, have fun with that. Fastball there. Seaver puts that one past Charleston. Seaver rocks. 5. Curveball near the back foot there of Charleston. That pitch almost hit him. Now in his dirt. Count goes to 2-2. High fastball. Charleston lays off. J.D. Martinez waits in the on-deck circle for the Expos. Martinez, of course, came over last season in the deal that sent Jeff Reardon to the Diamondbacks. Fastball there. Charleston swings and misses. Seaver fans a pair here in a perfect first inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first here at Shea. Expos nothing. Mets coming up. On the hill for Montreal, early win. Win making his third start of the season. 1-0, a 1.8 ERA. Win ran out of options with the Indians. The Indians tried to slip him through waivers, and the Expos jumped all over that. Francisco Lindor leads things off for New York, batting .317. Fastball from Wynn. This is down low. Indians rotation very solid, and actually Wynn partially forced out by the man who will start our American League game for this week is Bob Feller, the rookie for Cleveland. Will make his first start on the channel for the Tribe. Lindor flies out. The Mets lineup: Lindor, Beltran, and Strawberry, Cespedes, Alonso, and Johnson, Alfonso, Morgan, and John Stern. Jose Reyes getting the day off for New York. Here is Beltran batting .217. Knuckleball there from Wynn. We'll drop those in occasionally for call and strike. Beltran .217, 3 homers, 8 RBI. Beltran, a terrific performer for the Mets the first 3 years of the FSBL. He took a step back last year. He had a rough season, as several of the Mets did in year 4. Fly ball to left. Put away for the second out.
Batting third, the right fielder, Darryl.
So 4 pitches to get 2 outs for early win. Here's Darryl Strawberry. Darryl batting .333 so far in the early game. Pitch curveball from Wynn. This is down and in. Expos infield playing Darryl full. Outfield was playing him full as well. Change up down low, and the count goes to 2-0. Fires, fastball there at the knee. Darryl saw his average climb a year ago. His power numbers went down. In response to that, he'd love to put both of those together here in year 5. Fastball down and away. Straw goes fishing for it. Misses the count to 2-2. Well, sets up inside. Wynn delivers, turns jump down and in. And the count goes full. And Cespedes waits on deck for New York. Rocks and fires. Strawberry high fly ball to right center. That doesn't quite have the distance. The Staub ranges into the gap. Puts it away, and the side is retired. So both pitchers curl a 1-2-3 first. We'll head to the second here at Shea. Expos nothing Mets. Martinez, Zimmerman, and LaRoche 2 up for Montreal. Here is J.D. Martinez, .269, 3 homers, 7 RBIs here in the early going. J.D.
Martinez.
And if you remember at last season's trade deadline, the Expos decided to kind of rearrange the deck chairs. Dealt Bryce Harper to the Cardinals. Dealt Andre Dawson to the Tigers. They traded Jeff Reardon to the Diamonds. Reardon trade is how Martinez ended up. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Slider down and away. Seaver's got that slider moving nicely. Martinez goes down. Third strikeout for Seaver in the first 4 batters to face him. Here's Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman hit the cover off the ball the first couple of weeks, batting .396. Takes the first pitch. Came up for strike 1. Greg Gorecki joined us. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. Zimmerman, 2 homers, 7 RBIs. Fastball misses down low. The football, second half of the football season will get going this week. I want to do a mid-season video, and that one, it's not just a game. I have to put, I want to put that one together. It's going to have to trade from the trade deadline and go over the standings and the leaders and stuff like that. So I've got to make the time to do that video. If there's a little production involved in that one instead of plugging in and doing the game. But then we will move on with the second half of the Franchise Stars football league here too. Ground ball down to third. Hojo kicks it nicely, throws to first, and then it's 2 away. We'll also be back the Legend Sports Universe Boxing Federation Championship tournament.
Number 27.
We'll be picking up with the semifinals as Adam Roche steps in. We'll be going basically from the lower weight classes and working our way up towards boxing one. So we'll basically do a bunch of 2-fight videos, do semifinals at bantamweight, and kick that off, and then junior featherweight, we'll work our way right up the line. Change up receiver, LaRoche swings and misses, and the count goes to 0-2. Roche struggling out of the gate, batting 179. Slider called a little bit high, I think. Even wanted that call, didn't get it. It goes for 1-2. Chopper out to short. Lindor charges, picks it, throws quickly to first, and gets him, and the side is retired. So 6 up, 6 down. For Seaver so far, we head to the bottom of the second here at Shea. Cespedes, Alonso, and Hojo due up for the Mets. High ball game. Dwayne March joins us. How you doing, Dwayne? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you are doing well. Cespedes steps in, batting 222 in your own. 4 homers, 9 RBIs. Greg says after finishing up a 1971 season game between the Mets and Expos, 2-0 Expos through 7. 1971. I don't know who was on the Expos, who's been on the Expos team in particular. 71. Wynn misses with the fastball down and in. It's 2-0. Fastball misses away. Alonso waits on deck. Mac Jones. There you go. All right. Rusty. Yeah, Rusty was there. Rusty was there at that. 3-1 offering from Wynn to Cespedes. Joannis pulls it foul down the left field line. Full count as Wynn works to Cespedes. Starting off the bottom of the second. Cespedes hits this one well to left. Zimmerman, that's Martinez giving chase, but all you can do is watch it clang off the netting by the foul pole. Home run, Yoenis Cespedes barely clears the wall. His 5th of the season, and the Mets strike first. Here in this one, it's 1-0 New York. So Cespedes pulled that one down the line. I wasn't quite sure that one had the distance. I thought it was going to hit off the wall. There you see, barely clear. So now, here's Alonso. Wynn will try to shake that off. Alonso batting 207, floating knuckler from early Wynn in for a called strike. 4 homers, 9 RBIs for Alonso. Alonso had a solid rookie campaign. In year 3, took a step back in year 4. Line shot to first, playing him off the line, playing Alonso heavily to pull. Roche, pretty much in the hole, was positioned perfectly for that one. There's the lineup. 1 away, here's Johnson. Hojo, 214, no homers, 2 RBI. Wayne and Tim, feel free to drop in there whatever you guys got going on your channel. And Wayne, you had a few going on. I got to try to listen to at work and try to play a little bit of catch up. Your series and streams. I always feel like I don't always get all the alerts from when people post new stuff. Like I always have to pop by your channel, Tim, because I don't, like, I feel like I don't get alerts when you post anything new. I thought that pitch was inside. Umpire doesn't care what Hojo thinks. And rings him up. That's a good pitch from early win. So 2 down. Here's Edgardo Alfonso. Alfonso off to a slow start, batting .216. First pitch fastball swung on and missed. 4 homers out of the gate for Fonzie, 8 RBIs. Floats up high. I mentioned earlier, picking up the second half of football this week after I put the midseason video together. And the boxing will be picking up as well. Also going to run the draft for year 2 of the franchise starting basketball association. And I'm basically going to sim that regular season. But then I'll broadcast all the playoff games of the basketball. Again, as I try to accelerate a little bit through the other leagues in the hope of eventually getting everybody on the same timeline. Baseball is a 4-year head start on 4-season head start on a few of these, 3 or 4. Full count here as Wynn works to Alfonso. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Delivers. Fonzie pops this one up on the infield. Jack Wilson will take charge of it. Puts it away. And the side is retired. But Yoenis Cespedes in the wrong uniform. Oh my goodness. I still don't know how that glitch got by quality control. But it did. Cespedes from the Mets, not the Expos, goes deep. 1-0 New York. Here's Jose Vidro to lead off the top of the third. Vidro batting an even 300. Vidro headed down here, man. Again, pretty much everybody on the Expos headed down here, man. Is what started the trade-off at the All-Star break. They just decided to reboot the franchise, basically. Fly ball out to center. Beltran puts it away for the first out.
The catcher, Wilson Ramos.
Here's Ramos. Ramos batting 174. No homers, no RBIs. Jan Gomes sharing time behind the plate here. Third ball there. Ramos fouled. Midwayner said they did a small fire sale. Yeah, and I mean, and that was the funny thing about that is that, like, none of those guys were going to be free agents yet. You know, they still had Harper for a few more years. They still had Dawson for several more. And they had Reardon too. It was just a matter of we're just switching things up a bit. Almost pulls it down. I thought it was funny that they did that because it wasn't like, you know, again, the free agency thing here in the FSBL. As Ramos dunks this one out to left center, falls past a diving Beltran. Ramos, possibly the slowest guy in the league, wasn't even going to consider going for extra bases there. But he drops the first hit in for the Expos. He was on with the blue finger. You know, so like free agency really isn't going to really hit the FSBL heavily until after year 6. You know, again, the real Jack Wilson steps in. Wilson acquired this offseason from the Pirates. Because even though I can set the initial contracts for guys to less than 6 years, less than 3 years, the game still. I'm sorry, from Colorado. That's that Wilson was acquired by the Rockies. then the Expos does. The game still abides by real major league roster rules, which means that a guy, is contract renewable for the first 3 years, but then he's arbitration eligible for 3 years after that.
Now the designated hitter.
And so even if guys, contracts, if a guy is assigned to be with the Expos, say he plays with the Expos or any team for 3 years, it's even after that initial 3 years and after the renewable period, they can still be offered arbitration. So that's what happened with the Dodgers with Dan Brothers. Brothers, technically, his time had run out in L.A. He was still arbitration eligible, so the Dodgers just offered him arbitration. Fastball there. Anthony is 0-2 to Soriano. Here, 2 outs in the top of the third. Swung on and missed. He whips Soriano for the second time. And Seaver gets through the third. So the Expos get their first hit, the fluke single by Ramos, but it doesn't come back to hurt New York. We head to the bottom of the third. Mets 1. Expos nothing. Greg says, I would take Marshall or Wetland over Reardon. I would not take Wetland over Reardon any day. Marshall had a couple of really good seasons. I can see that argument.
Leading up,
but I would take Jeff Reardon.
The first baseman,
Ed Morgan stepped in. Morgan batting .382 here in the early going. Wins. Is everyone on the same budget, or is it small, large? But no, I turned the budgets off. And also the luxury that I had was you can create the salaries of guys when you first put them into the game. So when I first made the initial roster project, like I could assign the years that a guy had to a team and the contracts. So everybody got the minimum, like minor league contract. So all of these guys, like Lou Gehrig is playing for the Yankees on a 10-year, $30,000 a year contract. So the budgets really wouldn't come into play yet anyway, even if I had them enabled. But yeah, because otherwise, forget it. If I did it like that, I mean, any of the small market teams would have no chance of ever competing, and I didn't want that to be the case. It's going to be forever for a guy like for a guy like Gehrig to become a free agent anyway. But I want the Rays or the Expos, sacrilegious as it might be to a Yankee fan, like have a shot at signing Gehrig. So that's why I turned the budgets off. In the early going, take the fastball away. 1 homer, 1 RBI for the man they call Dude. I wish I remember who the pitcher was. Stearns obliterated. I don't know why I'm blanking on it. But Stearns was a defensive back at the University of Colorado. And somebody threw at one of the Mets way back when. If Stearns gets hit, we'll see if he charges them out. He won't. He'll just take his base. But the Mets have 2 men on here as the order turns over. But there was a fight, and Stearns came flying out of the dugout, and he's just obliterating the pitcher. It's pretty funny. Stearns was a good guy, but a tough dude. Lindor 0 for 1 early win, trying to fight through a little bit of trouble here at the bottom of the third. Tim with the bases loaded reference. Oh, that's great. That's funny. It's way back when on MLB The Show I did. It was actually a lot of fun. A guy had created a fictional. He goes by the name Bacon. I think he still does it, actually. There's like a fictional player roster you know, which I was never going to be totally into, but I liked it more than I thought I would, because you don't have any expectations of the players then. You know, it's not like, oh, I'm expecting this player to perform exactly like real life. You're just there's an unknown quantity to it, which is kind of cool. But I built a project off of that, just messing around, and it had like movie players and a bunch of the players from the Bases Loaded series I put in there, and players from the Baseball Stars game for Nintendo and all that stuff. I put them all into one pool, and it was fun to mess with. I think I may have played that, you know, a couple seasons on my own, but it was kind of that was fun. But yeah, Pace played for Jersey. He was like 467, 60 home runs or something like that. Bases Loaded was the first game that got the batter-pitcher interaction really nicely. The problem with Bases Loaded was that the fielders were so hideously small for the field that no, I did not use the lovely ladies, Jim. I did not use them. I don't think I used that monster team, the zombie team, or the hell they were either. But the fielders were so small relative to the size of the outfield in Bases Loaded that virtually every hit was an extra base hit. There's a base hit in the left. Martinez comes up throwing. Runner waved around third. Martinez does not have a great arm. His throw home will not be in time. Morgan comes around to score. It's an RBI single for Francisco Lindor, and the Mets take a 2-0 lead. Wynn went away with it, but not a lot of movement on that pitch, and Lindor just smacks it through the hole. So now, here's Carlos Beltran. Carlos is 0 for 1. Him trying to get out of a potential big inning. Beltran holds up 1-0. Ball there, misses down. Oh, it's 2-0. I didn't see much of the stream, but I was glad to see that our good friend Peter Fernley finally getting the new version of his Ned McGreevy old-time players project going. He's talked about that for seemingly forever. So it seems like he's finally getting that going. However many people he has doing that league. So I was happy to see that. I think he did a stream on that last night. Fastball inside. Beltran swings and misses. Second strikeout for Wynn, and a big strikeout for Wynn there. There's one away. So here's Strawberry. He flew out his first time. Darrell with 2 men on. Big batter here for Wynn to deal. Fastball is a ball strike. Nor that acquired. Strawberry was part of one of the trades that got overruled. Change up, this is down and away. Strawberry goes the other way. Not normally what Darrell does. Oh, nice play, J.D. Martinez. Martinez lays out and takes a hit away from Strawberry. Slicing shot there, and Martinez gets over and makes the play. Nicely done, J.D. Martinez, and a big out for early win in the Expos. So now it's up to Cespedes. Cespedes homered his first time. Breaking ball, pulls that one foul. Knuckleball actually floated in a bit high. Wynn does not want to leave that pitch there. And I will never forget Cespedes' hair when the Mets got him in 2015. They got him at the deadline. It felt like the guy was hitting a big home run every night. He was just crushing balls. This one isn't crushed. It's to short. Wilson dives, knocks it down. He keeps it on the infield and saves a run from scoring, but can't make the play. It's an infield single for Seston. And that will bring up Alonso with the bases jammed. Wilson able to knock that one down, but he couldn't field it cleanly. The ball on the inside corner for strike one. Alonso lined out his first time up. Rounder down to first. LaRoche fumbles it a little bit, but it dies right next to it. I got to see who bumped Alonso off of 20. I didn't realize that had happened. Alonso where? Oh, that's right. No, Alonso did give up. He is wearing 21 because Howard Johnson is wearing 20. Okay, that's fair. Although at this point, Hojo should probably have to surrender that number to Alonso. Now, Mets all-time home run leader. So I may reverse that. But at least it's a logical thing and not a game error. So we head to the top of the fourth, 2-0 Mets. Here's Rusty Staub. Staub 0 for 1 on the day, 3 for 12 so far in the series. For ball one. Fastball there. Can't catch up to it. Greg says, maybe I'm remembering Reardon in the World Series. All right, fair. Ground ball to second, right at Alfonso. Gobbles it up, throws to first, and there's one away.
Now back.
I mean, Alfonso may well have been my favorite player of those late 90s, early 2000s Mets. He was so good. He was so steady. He was so clutch. When his back started to go on him, his range at second base and his power faded very quickly. But before all those issues started up, he was a hell of a good player. Fastball misses up high to Oscar Charleston. And Charleston a little slow out of the gate here, but Charleston is going to be a stud in this league. I have no doubt. It's kind of who the Expos got to figure are going to build around going forward. Ball there, swung on and missed. Seaver misses up and away with the fastball, 3-1. Ball down low. So Charleston draws a 1-out walk, and Oscar can run a bit. Let's see if the Expos try to get aggressive with him on the bases. Here's J.D. Martinez. Martinez struck out his first time up. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard for the first time. Bat ball misses down and away. Mariners and Orioles scoreless in Baltimore in the fourth. Big Arrieta on the mound for the Mariners. Mike Mussina for the Orioles. Rays and Red Sox tied at 2 in the fourth in Boston. Ted Williams did his third home run of the year for the Sox. White Sox lead the Yankees 2-1 in the Bronx in the fourth. Wilbur Wood and CC Sabathia, the pitching matchup there. Jake Beckley is homered for the White Sox. Royals and Twins scoreless just underway in Minnesota. Kevin Apron and Johan Santana, the matchup there. D-backs over the Tigers, 3-0 in Detroit. A.J. Pollock is homered for the Diamondbacks in that one. He is all over the Astros with a 6-run first in Houston. Marcus Semien, the now a Met Marcus Semien. Driving in a run there for the A's. Cardinals over the Braves. Warren Spahn and Bob Gibson should be a good one there in St. Louis. Cubs over the Pirates, 2-0 in the fourth. Phil Cavarretta is driven in a run for the Cubbies. Rockies and Phillies in a slugfest early, 6-5. Rockies in the fourth. John Chaso has gone deep for Colorado. Scott Bowen has gone deep for the Phillies. Reds and Dodgers later on in Los Angeles. Now Carter will go for the Reds. Van Mungo will go for the Dodgers. Brewers and Padres will go at it later in San Diego. Mike Caldwell. And the recently departed Randy Jones. fifth strikeout for Seaver. Down goes Zimmerman. 2 down, 2 on. Here's Adam LaRoche. LaRoche still looking for his first hit in the series. He's 0 for 8. Rangers just saw Kevin Brown. Rangers 12 Ks, no runs. Don't understand that. I'm hoping that the Rangers. I gotta see. You know what? I gotta see that when it scrolls by again. I gotta look at that. I mean, the Rangers lost and not him. Yeah, it has to be. That has to be. If he lost, I wonder how. I'll tell you, man, this year has such a load of good pitchers entering the season. Like Kevin Brown was almost an afterthought, given some of the other guys who entered here in year 5. Strikeout there, and Seaver is dealing. He's not a rookie. He's just Tom Terrific. He picked up another strikeout there. Strands 2. We head to the bottom of the 4th here at Shea. 2-0 Mets. I mean, this year's pitching class: Clemens, Palmer, Bob Feller, Christy Mathewson, Lefty Gomez, Brown.
For the Mets, the third baseman,
I feel like I'm
Johnson.
actually still even leaving off all the guys too. It's really, really deep at the top end of the starters entering the league here this year. 1-0 to Hojo. He's 0 for 1. Limbus is down and away. Two and 0 the count. Deals fastball on the outside corner. Early win. Haines to the left. Fastball away. Early win with, if not the best, the top 3 postseason appearance in FSBL history. Carried a no-hitter into the ninth. And, 12 Ks, allows no runs, and lost versus the Angels. So that game must have gone either late or extra inning. And that's a rough one for Kevin Brown. But yes, that means that the team lost, not that Brown lost. He might have, but my guess is left with a no decision. Or the bullpen blew it. 3-2 pitch from Wynn to Hojo, who hits a high, deep fly ball, but well foul down the right field line. Full count offering from Wynn. Hojo pulls another one back. Full count offering. Hojo cranks another one. Good battle here. 8 pitches so far in the attack. And looking for a put-away pitch. Johnson keeps hitting balls hard but foul. 3-2 offering. That one's out to center. Hit pretty well, but Charleston retreats. Puts it away for the first out. Wynn wins the battle in the 9-pitch at bat with Johnson. 1 away.
The batter, number 13, second baseman.
That'll bring up Edgardo Alfonso. Alfonso popped out his first time up. Jake Beckley tearing the cover off the ball for the White Sox after being acquired from the Pirates this offseason, where Beckley tanked the last 2 seasons, really. Ended up just becoming a bench player there. They moved Stargell to first base. Pirates had outfield depth. Beckley was doing nothing, so the change of scenery working out well for Jake Beckley in Chicago. Alfonso puts this one out to right. Staub drifts over, puts it away for the second out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ed Morgan.
So that'll bring up Ed Morgan. Morgan off to a very good start. Morgan just no room at the end in Cleveland. I remember he was waived or picked up on like a minor trade. And he'll pretty much be a role player for the Nets, but he does get the start today. Monzo, Diaz, and Reyes taking the seat. Change up there is pulled back. And ball misses down low. 3-1 the count. Didn't get the side from Rose. Rocks and delivers. Morgan skies this one to right. 3 fly balls. 3 lazy hits. And the side is retired. A good job there from early win. We're through 4 here at Shea. 2-0 Mets as we head to the 5th. Breaks his Expos win game 2, 2-0. Steve Rinko. Unfairly, a 2-run shot off of Gary Kent.
The second baseman, number 3.
So here's Vidro. Vidro is 0 for 1. First pitch fastball from Seaver is in for a called strike. Seaver has been very sharp here in the early going. Ball to the left, Cespedes drifting, carrying a bit, but not in any danger though. Cespedes puts it away for the first out of the 5th.
The catcher, number 41, Wilson Ramos.
Here's Wilson Ramos. Ramos dunked a blue single into center, his first time. Fastball at the knee is for strike 1. That one looked a little bit low. Seaver gets the call. Again, the American League game of the week this week will feature the Cleveland Indians starting Bob Feller against the Toronto Blue Jays. We'll start left-hander Andy Cooper. Cooper, a all-time Negro League great, has made himself at home in Toronto. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He gets him. Down goes Ramos. 7 strikeouts for Seaver. And there's 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Here's Jack Wilson. Wilson 0 for 1. Ball for call and strike. Foul off the count goes to 0-2. Wayne's Braves got a complete game shutout from Tom Glavine. Wilson drops that one into right field. Strawberry elects not to try to dive for it, keep it in front of him. And it's a 2-out single for Wilson.
Now batting, designated
The bottom of the order, the 8 hitters and 9 hitters each have a hit from Montreal. Order turns over. Here's Soriano. He's 0 for 2. Ball at the knees, receiver for strike 1. He is with Soriano the first 2 times up. Soriano 4 for 14 in the series. Comes to the set. Delivers. Soriano pops that one foul. And out of play. Oh, and 2 the count. Field. Fastball. Soriano fouls it off the season. Reggie starting off hot. Change up there. Soriano fouls it off. Slider away. Soriano lays off that one. 1-2. Set. Seaver delivers, and he gets Soriano for the third time. Curveball there. Seaver hasn't thrown a ton of curveballs in this one, but he gets Soriano with one there. 8 strikeouts through 5 for Seaver. Mets have a 2-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's John Stearns. Stearns hit by a pitch his first time.
The catcher, number 17.
Check out Stearns number 2. Stearns 12. If I remember right, not 7. Why that change happened. The game is so weird because if it moves somebody onto a roster, instead of making the new person to the roster change their number, it bumps the incumbent off of their number a lot of the time. Which just seems to kind of be counterproductive. Swung on and missed. Stearns goes fishing. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Third strikeout for early win. There's one away.
The batter, number 12.
Order turns over. Here's Francisco Lindor. Lindor is 1 for 2. Fastball, high inside corner strike. Falls on Lindor. Oh, 1 pitch. Ground ball up the middle, and there's a base hit. Lindor has his second hit of the game. 1 out single.
Now batting, center fielder.
Change up right down the middle.
Beltran.
That'll bring up Carlos Beltran. Fastball in for a called strike. Oh, and 1 the count. Fastball misses up high. Up the middle, right into the shift. I think that he went for the tag. He didn't get him. So Wilson had come to the left-hand side of the bag there at second with the runner in motion. Lindor slid. Wilson tried to tag him, but Lindor gets around it. So he's safe at second. There's the out at first. 2 away. Lindor on second, and here's Darryl. Strawberry is 0 for 2. He's flown out twice. The ball misses inside. Up high, it's 2-0. Down. Hold down. Win deals. Strawberry fouls it straight back. Count goes to 2-2. Check Lindor. Oh, Darryl fouls another one. And we'll take another crack at it. 2-2 pitch. This is up high, and the count goes full. And it's Cespedes, who already has a homer in this game, waits on deck. Three-two pitch from early win. Miss is down and away for ball 4. So that'll put a force in play, but it will put 2 men on for Cespedes, who homered his first at bat of the ballgame. 2 for 2, single in that homer. That homer is 50 this season. Win at 90 pitches. Haven't seen the Expos bullpen as of yet. Win deals, ground ball to middle. There's a base hit for Cespedes. Charleston will come up throwing, but a run will come in to score. Strawberry will hold up at second. It's an RBI single for Cespedes, his second RBI of the game, and it's 3-0 New York. Hard grounder up the middle. Vidro couldn't get there. Here's Pete Alonso. Alonso is 0 for 2.
The designated hitter, Pete.
Ball called strike at the knee. Alonso 2 for 13 in the series. He has lined out and grounded. Curveball there, misses down low. There you see, Doug Corbett acquired from the Twins during the offseason. He and Elias Sosa both throwing in the Montreal bullpen. I do still mean to put together a video of the off-season moves for this. Not made time to do that. But I do intend to. Got to do the football mid-season report video first, so I can get going against that. I got it all laid out. I just have to sit down and record it. 3-1 pitch. Alonso pulls it foul, and the count goes full. So the runners will be in motion here. On the 97th pitch from early win. Alonso grounded to short. Wilson has it. His only play will be a first low throw, but it's dug out by LaRoche, and the side is retired. With Cespedes, the game still wants to trade him to Montreal. Another RBI for Cespedes, this one of the single variety. We head to the top of the 6th here at Shea. 3-0 Mets. So here's Rusty Staub. He's 0 for 2. Seaver has struck out 8 through 5 innings of work. He has been terrific to this point. To improve to 4-0. First pitch fastball in for a call strike. Fastball is off the plate. Another one. This is down and away. I don't know what. I mean, I may just be a game goods thing. I don't know what causes that right field Gold Glove thing in the National League. So when you look at the awards in MLB The Show, and again, this is the show 22. This may be fixed by then. But so if somebody wins an award, it shows you like the 3 finalists for the award and the person who wins it. And in right field in the National League, it never shows anybody else even as qualified. So like Rusty Staub is basically winning that award by default for some reason. Now Rusty wasn't always the heavy, slow guy that people remember him as a pinch hitter for the Mets. He really wasn't a bad outfielder early in his career, but Rusty was not a Gold Glove outfielder by any means. One away, Seaver works to Charleston. Fastball misses outside. An 0 for 1 with a walk. Hits that one hard, but foul. One and one. Seaver deals. Charleston laces that one down the left field. Bases is probably a bit strong, but regardless, foul. 1-2 the count. Chop in the hole. Lindor. Charleston runs well. Lindor gets the throw over, though, and throws him out for the second out of the inning.
The left fielder, J.D.
So that'll bring up J.D. Martinez. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Martinez 1 for 2, singled in the 4th. Fastball was in for a called strike. Seaver deals. Popped up on the infield. We'll see who takes charge. That's Ed Morgan underneath it. He puts it away. And the side is retired. So Seaver continues to roll. The Mets continue to have the lead. Johnson, Alfonso, and Morgan due up for New York. Bottom of the 6th, 3-0 Mets. An early win is actually staying in the game to start the bottom of the 6th. I am surprised by that.
Howard Johnson.
At 97 pitches. Can't believe he's long for this. Johnson down the right field line, and that may be the knockout ball. One hopper off the wall. Hojo runs pretty well. He's around first, heading for second. And he is in with a lead-off double, his second of the season, to open up the bottom of the 6th. Remember, Hojo was a 40-40 guy. But then like his speed numbers over the course of his career, like on the whole, his speed metrics, for lack of a better term, weren't really great at the beginning of his career and at the end of his career, but in the middle, Hojo was a force offensively.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He knocks early win out of this game, and here's Doug Corbett. Corbett 0-1 at 3.86 ERA. He'll be making his 6th appearance of the season. And Corbett acquired from the Twins in an offseason. Do not remember who was in that trade.
the batter, number 13, second baseman.
Slider, this is down and away.
Alfonso.
Alfonso is 0 for 2. Slider misses outside. 2-0. From the set. Delivers. Slider misses inside. 3-0. Morgan waits on deck. There for strike 1. That slider misses inside. So the walk makes it first and second. Still nobody out. Here's Morgan. He's 1 for 2.
Morgan.
Morgan running to be a backup, but he's played well every time he's gotten into the lineup so far this season. It's this one well to center. Charleston's going back on that one. That's carrying. That's near the wall. Charleston leaps, and it's out of here. 3-run homer for Ed Morgan, and the Mets blow it open. So Doug Corbett comes in relief and provides none of it. 3-run shot from Morgan, 6-0 Mets. That one sounded good off the bat. Charleston went back on it, had a crack at it. Charleston gave himself a good effort at this ball, but couldn't come down with it. And it's a 3-run homer for Ed Morgan, 6-0 New York. Here at Shea. Here's John Stearns. Stearns is 0 for 1. He's also been hit by a pitch. That ball is a ball and strike. James up there, floats outside. Sosa back up and throwing the right-hander, Craig Lefferts. Acquired, this is from the Tigers. He may have actually been a waiver pickup. Chop back to the mound. Corbett throws. There's one away. Lefferts, which started with Padres and then ended up with the Tigers. now with the Expos, his third stop here in the FSBL. Here's Francisco Lindor, 2 for 3 on the day, 7 for 16 in the series. Oh, this one foul. Appreciate you all tuning in here for some lunchtime baseball. Or foul it off with no 1-2. Bang that like button kindly if you have not already. YouTube loves that shit. Pitch from Corbin. Hey, Lindor held up. Slider misses 2-2. Shot down to third. Zimmerman on the backhand. Gets rid of it quickly for the second out. So here's Beltran. Beltran is 0 for 3. Rounded out his last time up. Slashed in the hole. Nice pick by Wilson on the hop. Throw to first. Nicely done by Jack Wilson. And the side is retired. But Ed Morgan coming off the bench to do some good work here for the Mets. 3-run shot. 6-0 New York as we head to the 7th. Here's Brian Zimmerman. Zimmerman 0 for 2 on the day. 5 for 14 in the series. Seaver at 83 pitches as we open up the 7th. That's all misses up high. Pitch. Zimmerman chases a high fastball there, and it's 1-2. Down the left field line, there's a fair ball. So that one drops in. Cespedes gets to it quickly. Runner will hold with the bloop single, but Zimmerman is on to start off the top of the 7th. That'll bring up Adam LaRoche. LaRoche is open. This one's foul. Has been on cruise control. Win his 4th start of the season. Fly ball to right. Strawberry doesn't even have to move. Makes you want to see those old Strawberry patch out there in right.
Now batting, number 3.
One away. That'll bring up Jose Vidra. Vidra is 0 for 2. He's blown out twice. Line shot to short. Lindor has it. Snap throw over to first. Good read by Zimmerman to get back. And there's 2 away.
The catcher, number 41, Wilson Ramos.
So that'll bring up Wilson Ramos. Ramos is 1 for 2. He singles back in the 3rd. This is down low. Diamondbacks have opened it up 6-0 on the Tigers. I can't believe how bad the Tigers have been to start this season. The Twins chasing them down for that division last year may have emotionally wrecked Detroit. They stumbled out of the gate. They had 8 runs in their first 9 games. Fastball on the inside corner. A little bit of a generous strike, it looks like there for Seaver. He'll take it. 2-2 the count. Ramos down the third. Johnson has it. Lobs it over to first for the slow-footed Ramos. Gets him. And the side is retired. 7th inning stretch time. A few puffy cumulus clouds, as Bob Murphy used to say, over Shea Stadium. Mets in control, 6-0. All right, I don't think we can let Doug Corbett stay in this game if somebody else is warm. And there's 2 guys warm. Darryl, lefty, and then 2 righties.
Leading up
This
for
one
the
is
Mets,
tired. So
the right
either
fielder,
one of them.
Darryl Strawberry.
Left just gets a lot. We're going to let those get it. All right.
Your attention, please.
Get some group.
Now
So he's only made 1 other appearance.
Elias
He went 2/3 and then
Sosa.
snot kicked out of him. So the Expos will let Elias Sosa try to get back on the horse here. Darryl is over 2. First pitch fastball swung on and missed. Sosa. Fire. Strawberry fouls it off. Strawberry swings and misses. Down he goes. Sosa comes in. Picks up the strikeout. There's 1 away. Here's Cespedes. Cespedes 3 for 3. A homer and a pair of singles. On the day, he's driven in 2 of the Mets runs. Hold foul. 0-1 the count. Fastball misses up high. 1-1 pitch. Slider misses inside. 2-1. Wayne, you got any games going on later on today on your channel? Have not subscribed to Wayne's channel yet? Do yourself a favor and do so. There's a smash down into left, and Cespedes is 4 for 4. Going for 2. Cespedes taking a chance here. He'll get in. Martinez does not throw well out and left, and Cespedes has a double. Triple shy of the cycle. Do not think Yoenis Cespedes will be taking a bid at a triple at any point, but we'll see. He runs over Adam LaRoche on his way to second. So a 1-out double for Cespedes. Here's Alonso. He's over 3.
The designated hitter, Pete Alonso.
Fastball. Ooh. Oh, has a dinner game. That's called strike, though. Alonso only 2 for 14 in the series. He's 0 for 3 today. Straight down. Oh, and 2 the count. Fastball in there, called strike 3. Down goes Alonso for the second out. Sosa's second strikeout in the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Howard.
That'll bring up Howard Johnson. He doesn't like the call there. Ojo is 1 for 3. Slider's a called strike. Full foul. Count goes to 0-2. Popped up. Zimmerman underneath it, puts it away, and the side is retired. So Sosa works around the double from Cespedes, gets through the inning. We head to the top of the 8th at Shea. 6-0 Mets. Wilson, Soriano, and Stahl 2 up for Montreal. Seaver will stay in at 95 pitches, working on the shutout. Wilson 1 for 2, single back in the 5th.
Wilson.
First pitch changeup with ball strike. Marv Grissom, right-hander. Rookie Randy Myers, the lefty, throwing out in the Mets bullpen. Looping shot down the right field line. Morgan goes out. It falls harmlessly in foul territory. If you are new to the channel and you are seeing the franchise stars named in the league and you're seeing players on teams that they didn't really play for, this is not a typical franchise stars project that is built with a career mode, franchise mode in mind. So players, not all the greats are here at the start. Guys enter over time. There are drafts each year. There's also trades and free agency. So guys do get moved over the course of their life here in the FSBL. Wilson grounds out for the first out of the 8th. Here's Soriano. He's 0 for 3. Pulled down. Soriano, far grounded to second, but right at Alfonso. First, there's 2 away.
The right fielder, number 10.
Seaver, who had the 8 strikeouts through 5. Stuck on that total for a bit, but he's getting the outs, and that's all that matters. Here's Rusty. He's 0 for 3. Stahl flew out his last time up. All on the outside corner. 0-1 to count. Line shot, base hit in the right field for Stahl. Stahl gets a 2-out single, gives the Expos a base runner here in the top of the 8th.
Number 40.
Good piece of hitting by Legrand-Durand. Here is the rookie, Oscar Charleston. He is 0 for 2. He's also walked. Ball at the knees for strike 1. Deal. That was fouled off. 0-2 count. Seaver now has the hammer. Delivers. Charleston swinging 0-2, pulls it down to first. Morgan flips to Seaver, who beats Charleston to the bag. And the side is retired. 8 scoreless innings from Tom Terrific for the Mets. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 6-0 New York. Alfonso, Morgan, and Stearns 2 up. Sosa will stay in to start the bottom of the 8th. Only a 14.
The second baseman, Edgardo
Alfonso 0 for 2. He's also walked and scored a run. This is down and away. 56,310 here at Shea. And it's pretty much selling. Popped up, shallow center, going out on Isidro. Long run, it's going to fall in, and that's a base hit. Runner's going to try to take second. Charleston's throw, not in time. So Alfonso looked like he had held up, but he saw it hit, decided to break for second, and gets in there. Fonzie with his 4th double of the year. That one parachutes into no man's land. Charleston probably would have had a better shot at that ball. Probably could have taken charge. Instead, it falls. It's a bloop double for Alfonso. Here's Ed Morton. Morgan 2 for 3. That ball misses to the side. Gives Sosa 1 more base. 1-1. So, shot foul. Seaver gets to start the ninth and go for the shutout. 102 pitches. Line shot, second. Pedro snares it before it hits the ground. That's going to be a line out. There's one away.
Now batting, number 17.
So that'll bring up Stearns. Stearns 0 for 2. Also hit by it. Next ball misses down low. High fly ball to left. Martinez is underneath it. Puts it away for the second out.
The batter, number 12.
So 2 down, order turns over. Here's Lindor. Lindor 2 for 4 on the day. A pair of singles, an RBI, and a run scored. Ball on the outside corner for strike one. That pitch is lined towards the gap in right center. That's going to be extra bases for Lindor. Alfonso comes around to score. Lindor makes the turn at second, but he'll hold there. It's an RBI double for Francisco Lindor, and the Mets extend the lead to 7-0. 8th double of the season for Lindor. Start. Even though the first pitch here, I'm going to take that. Slow to hit the button. Pitch down in the dirt. Lindor takes third.
Your attention, please.
Greg Lefferts will come in. Lefferts 2-1, a 4.15 ERA, 7 appearances so far. Beltran over to the right-hand side. Lefferts in there for a called strike. And won the count. Lindor on third, and what's been a rout for the Mets. That ball misses down low. Fastball, on strike. 2-2. Ball misses down low. Strawberry waits on deck. Good slider there from Lefferts. Down goes Beltran, and the side is retired. But the Mets pick up a run on the RBI double for Lindor. We head to the top of the ninth, 7-0 New York. We'll see if Tom Seaver goes for the shutout. And he will. Seaver starts the inning, 105 pitches.
Leading off for Montreal.
They did have bullpen action. I know that from something.
Martinez.
We'll give Seaver a runner in scoring position. Sinker down and in. To Martinez, who's 1 for 3. That one is ripped down the line. That's a fair ball going into the corner. Cespedes retrieves it. Martinez will pull in at second with a leadoff double to open the top of the ninth.
Now batting.
4th double of the season for J.D. Martinez.
Zimmerman.
Martinez all over that one. Gets the fat head out. Hits it hard. Oh, the game was going to let him stay in. I said before the inning I was going to take him out. Seaver will come out. Mets will try to get this one to the finish line. Let's get the rookie Myers. Yeah, we'll let Myers come in. So a terrific performance from Tom Seaver. They're going to get him out here, though, up over the 100-pitch mark. He just led up the double to lead off the inning. But Seaver strikes out 8, throws 8 scoreless. Mets will try to keep this shutout intact.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Randy Myers, 2-1, a 1.42 ERA for the rookie left-hander. He has struck out 8, 6 in the third.
Myers.
This will be his 7th appearance of the season. Myers will face Ryan Zimmerman. You know, Zimmerman's a righty. There's 2 lefties due up after him. Zimmerman hits this one out to right. Strawberry gets a good break, though. Puts it away. Runner will pass. Martinez moves up to third, but Myers retires the first batter to face him. There's one away. Now Expos will pinch hit for Adam LaRoche here. Okay. Let Big Frank Howard take a crack at it.
Your attention, please.
Howard, 421, 5 homers, 7 RBIs. Hondo getting the day off. Howard, who had kind of bottomed out, he had a very good first couple of years for the Rangers, and then kind of bottomed out. Rangers moved Howard along. Expos gobbled him up. He has been terrific so far in the early going here in year 5. From the set. Slider at the knees for the call strike. Tracy Decky joins Mark Grissom out in the Mets bullpen. If anybody else comes into this game, gotta think that's a bad sign for the Mets. 2 outs away and up 7. Ooh, 0-2 fastball called just outside. It's 1-2. Pitch. Fastball misses away. 2-2. Pitch from Myers. Howard out to left field. Cespedes broke in. Now he's trying to break back on it, and he's going to watch it leave the yard. Frank Howard is 6th home run of the season, and the shutout is gone. The Expos are on the board. It's now 7-2. So Frank Howard continues to blister the baseball in the early season here of year 5. A pinch hit 2-run homer for Hondo. Martinez goes on Seaver's docket. So now the bases are clear, 1 away. Still 7-2. Should be comfortable for the Mets. Myers trying to get this game to the finish line. Pedro is 0 for 3. Pedro ground ball to short, right at Lindor, gobbles it up, throws the first, and the Expos are down to their final out.
The catcher, number 41, Wilson.
That'll bring up Wilson Ramos. Ramos 1 for 3, single back in the third. Fastball misses down low. High fly ball to left. Cespedes comes on. He's there. Puts it away, and the ball game is over. And the Mets take the game in the series with a 7-2 victory. Tom Seaver, a very good start. He will improve to 4-0. He has won all 4 of his starts so far on this young season. Early win will take the loss to the Expos. He'll fall to 1-1. Final line score, 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Mets. 2 runs, I believe that's 6 hits on the graphic for the Expos. No errors. And Mets lose the shutout, but get out of this with the victory behind the terrific performance of Seaver. Ed Morgan, the 3-run homer. There's Frank Howard, 2-run shot in the ninth. Got the donut off the board for the Expos. 7 hits for the Expos. Oh, so they split. They split it was a 4-game series. They split the 4-game series. Cespedes gets player of the game with the 4-for-4 in the homer. I still think probably give it to Seaver there. That's all right. Seaver, 8 innings, 6 hits, 8 strikeouts, walked only 1, allowed the 1 run in the ninth. Early win, even though it is showing not early win there. Early win doesn't have a mustache, but regardless, early win, 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 4 runs allowed. 4 wins. Cespedes and Morgan homer for the Mets. Frank Howard homers for the Expos. And that will wrap things up from Shea Stadium. Not sure when the next broadcast will be. It'll be the American League game of the week. The Blue Jays visit the Indians. Andy Cooper, Negro League star, left-hander, goes for the Blue Jays, and rookie Bob Feller will go for the Tribe. Hope to see you there at that one. Thank you all for tuning in here for some lunchtime baseball here on Monday. Greg Gorecki, Dwayne Martz, and our good friend Tim in the chat. Appreciate you guys checking in and chatting during this game. Bang that like button if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And most importantly, be good to each other. And we'll talk soon. The Mets take down the Expos 7-2 in Shea.